Monday, January 2nd, 1659, or 60. This morning, before I went forth, old East brought me a dozen of bottles of sack, and I gave him a shilling for his pains. Then I went to Mr. Shepley, who was drawing of sack in the wine cellar to send to other places as a gift from my lord, and told me that my lord had given him order to give me the dozen of bottles. Thence I went to the Temple to speak with Mr. Calthrop about the £60 due to my lord, but missed of him, he being abroad. Then I went to Mr. Crews and borrowed £10 of Mr. Andrews for my own use, and so went to my office, where there was nothing to do. Then I walked a great while in Westminster Hall, where I heard that Lambert was coming up to London, that my Lord Fairfax was in the head of the Irish Brigade, but it was not certain what he would declare for. The House was today upon the finishing of the Act for Council of State, which they did, and for the indemnity to the soldiers, and were to sit again thereupon in the afternoon. Great talk that many places have declared for a free Parliament, and it is believed that they will be forced to fill up the House with the old members. From the hall I called it home, and so went to Mr. Crews, or my wife, she was to go to her father's, thinking to have dined. But I came too late. So Mr. Moore and I and another gentleman went out and drank a cup of ale together in the New Market, and there I ate some bread and cheese for my dinner. After that Mr. Moore and I went as far as Fleet Street together and parted, he going into the city, I to find Mr. Calthrop, but failed again of finding him. So returned to Mr. Crews again, and from thence went along with Mrs. Jemima home, and there she taught me how to play at cribbage. And then I went home, and finding my wife gone to see Mrs. Hunt, I went to Will's, and there sat with Mr. Ashwell talking and singing till 9 o'clock. And so home, there, having not eaten anything but bread and cheese, my wife cut me a slice of brawn which I received from my lady, which proves as good as ever I had any. So to bed, and my wife had a very bad night of it through wind and cold.